Texas Real Estate.
Christmas? Like,
No, just joking.
yeah, it's like,
Okay.
I don't think any of our talking.
There's no reason to curse.
This is going to be the information forum for real estate.
Okay. You guys ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Morning, morning, morning. Welcome to the Texas Real Estate Show. And here we are. My name's Steve Williams and I'm the host of the program. And please like, subscribe and turn on notifications. Any comments that you have during the program, please put them in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. We'll try to respond to each and every one of them. And first of all, we'd like to say we hope everybody's had a great Christmas and a great New Year. I'm still hearing the fireworks at night time, which I still sort of can't understand. You know, January the 3rd, we've got fireworks going off out there.
They're almost sold out. They're almost done.
Yeah. So perhaps people are holding them back for different celebratory reasons. And this morning I've got Chase.
What's up, y'all?
From Lone Star Premier Mortgage. How you doing, Chase? You had a good Christmas?
It was expensive. I got 3 daughters. They spent all my money. So I'm back here working to make some more.
So now you're broke, trying to make some more
Yeah.
to get... Well, I think 2024, I think will be a good year. I don't think it's going to be as bad as people are sort of coming through, especially in the housing market.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
I don't think it's... we actually have started off very, very busy in 2024, even though we're only 4 days in. We've had people coming in, you know, saying that they're looking at purchasing homes and such like. So I think it's been a good start, and so hopefully we'll see some results by the end of the year.
Yeah.
So
I think the rates being announced so much, they're, dropping or getting lower. Maybe it's encouraging people.
Well, and I think Houston's different. Where we are in Houston, we've got an article we're going to talk about one of the big hedge funds that bought, hundreds of homes as an investment. They're pulling out of the market because the interest rates have gone up and they're not making, much on their properties due to management fees and such like. And now they're actually selling the homes on a little bit of a fire sale.
It looks like it, right?
It does, but it's funny when you pull that site up and you look into that company a bit. There's only 2 cities in Texas that they have, which was San Antonio and Austin.
Mm-hmm. I think Dallas is probably... Austin is a town that I'm actually very curious to see what happens this year. Mm-hmm. They blew up like a balloon, and you see what's happening.
What, Dallas?
No, Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas, I thought would be there more because I thought their market started falling a little less.
Yeah, I've got a fellow Century 21 office, and I know their broker very well, and their prices were going up.
Outrageous.
Yeah, about in some instances 10 to 15%, and he said the end of the year they flattened off a little bit, but he said obviously the more it goes up, the less it goes down. Yeah. With Houston, I think, well, we did when did we do my predictions for 2024? Was it last week? When I said I believe the housing market in Houston, in the Houston area and Brazoria area, and I think it will go up between 10 and maybe 15% over the years.
Value?
Yeah, that's where I think the housing increase will go up. And I think rentals will go up between maybe 5 and 12%.
Really?
The investor's going to get squeezed. Yeah, we've put a lot of our rentals up. We've had to because of HOA fees going up, taxes going up, and insurance going up. So anyway, what we got first? We've got Kay twiddling the buttons in the background. What we got first, Kay?
So we can go ahead and we can actually just start by talking about the AMH and the different homes that they have for sale. So we have 2 videos from them. So
yeah, what I would like to add, if you want to go to amh.com, it will sort of.
Some sellers are starting to.
If you go to amh.com, it'll sort of have some information on there for you, and there is some homes for sale on there if anybody's interested in helping them out. So, go on, away you go, Kay.
Panic on the U.S. housing market, like this condo listed behind me here in Nashville. The owner bought it at the top of the market last year for around $760,000 and proceeded to list it for sale only 9 months later for $850,000, and they have not been able to sell it. Clearly, that owner knows they made a bad decision buying that condo, but the trouble
Okay, do you want to cut that there? One of the comments I want to say is Houston's a pretty strong market. That's the first thing I'm going to say. I don't think you'd get that. But also what I'm going to say is each city has a sweet spot, whether it's a condo or whether it's a house. 650,000, even 850,000 is not a sweet spot in any market for a condo. And I think the sweet spot, honestly, in Houston is around 300,000, 325,000. You know, we've just got a brand new, newly renovated home that we've renovated from top to bottom for 325,000. So, you know, and the reason why we priced it at 325,000 is because we feel that's a sweet spot where it's affordable. And you know, we're offering incentives for people, so we're offering I think $10,000 for people so they can do what they call a buy down, and that's where John comes in. Chase. And Chase comes in and does it basically. But John's his boss, and Chase comes in, and then they can basically do a buy down. Can you explain how a buy down works? That would be a good thing.
Buy down the rate.
Yeah.
And what you do is you're pretty much just investing, like let's say $2,000 or $3,000 up front to save your monthly payment by $30-$40. You divide that by 12 months, see how long it takes. If you're going to be in the home that amount of time, that can get you in the buy down, get you lower. The one that I'm enjoying is the 3-1, 2-1, 5-1, and the option arms.
Right.
If you're a smart investor and you know your credit profile shows you're not used to missing payments and you know that you're going to be out of this home in 3 to 5 years, I would look at the arm market. But you just got to be educated correctly to do it.
I agree. That's my problem all the time, is working out how I put my financing in place and everything else.
Well, if you have more than 10 properties, at some point I would always try to merge them into an LLC, put them on a commercial loan, and you'll get a better rate.
Have Fannie Mae still got the rule that you can't do more than
4 and 6? 4 Fannie, 6 Freddie.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, because at one time I know
it's
it was
financing
10.
loans. So I mean, you can own more than one home, or 10 homes, or 20 homes, but it's how many you have financed.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then once you have like 6 to 10 loans, you bundle those as an LLC and make it as one company.
Okay.
And then that also kind of protects you for any lawsuits that can potentially come back. And you can't,
Yeah. But I can't imagine anybody paying $800,000 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Was it 1,600 square feet?
In Nashville, Tennessee?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it, they have almost a 20% foreclosure rate right now in Nashville.
And we were looking, maybe 2 weeks ago, we did a affordability that, you know, because what Houston had come down, we were on like one of the top lists of affordability for homes and things like that. And I think Nashville was on there, and they were at like 400. Like they were on average like 450,000. So 800,000 for that condo.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. But you know, and one of the other problems is people that go into condos are being squeezed because the HOA fees are going through the roof at the moment because of insurance, and they have very little control about that. The HOA have very, very little control.
Just send yourself that video I just loaded.
Thank you.
The HOAs have very little, and the owners have very little control over insurance, over any particular maintenance that's been done. I used to own 83 condominiums, to be perfectly honest, and it was very difficult by the time you paid the HOA fees.
Yeah.
Every month you've got nothing left.
Maintenance.
Some months it was a negative.
Yeah,
All you need is a couple of, you know.
I haven't gotten to condos. Townhomes had the same thing. I had about 4 townhomes. Maintenance fee killed me.
Right. So that's why I decided to get out of. That's why I decided to get out of, you know, the townhomes and the HOAs, and now all I've got is single family homes.
Get that? One townhome you got.
The one we're trying to flip now, is that a townhome or a home?
It's a single family dwelling.
Where's it at?
Sheldon, Northeast Houston.
We've got this video too from the.
And actually, Kate is going out there the weekend to take pictures and do all the social media for the property. So perhaps we can look at that next week. We're going to do a walkthrough and show what we did and show what things cost to change. I mean, it's been fully remodeled.
That would actually be cool. Do like a how-to and kind of give them an idea of what
Yeah.
you're paying out of.
I mean, it was. We've done some real good work up there. You know, it looks beautiful.
It's been causing you a little stress.
Yeah.
Any remodel, right?
Oh God.
With the okay, so then there's this one too that I thought we could look
Folks,
at.
take a look at this.
But who is this guy? Is this guy like he owns?
Sale by a Wall Street investor. They're selling out of the market here in Texas. American Homes for Rent. They own over 50,000 homes in America, and now they're starting to sell properties like this. It's been on the market for over 40 days. Only 14 saves on Zillow. Very little interest for this house at $440,000. This is the trend we are now seeing across the U.S. housing market in states like Texas, Arizona, and even Florida. Is that these Wall Street investors, after buying up homes over the last couple of years, they are now out on the housing market. They are starting to sell because it simply is not profitable for them to own real estate anymore with interest rates so high. In this
Do you think some of these Wall Street guys that went into buying these homes, or maybe utilizing the thought plan that a lot of people are moving from California to those two states, buy the homes and sell
I
them
do,
high?
but I think I was talking to somebody the other day about this, and I think it all started in the 2008, crisis, because what happened was the price of the homes went down, and then you had some individuals that had, a little bit of cash. They bought some of
Yeah.
the properties, but there was a lot of investors that scooped these properties up.
That's what I thought was going to happen too.
A lot of the hedge funds, they scooped them up, and it's like we bailed them
Pay
out.
cash, yeah.
We bailed them out.
We gave them the money.
We
from our
gave
tax
them the money to scoop, and now here
the
we are.
40% we paid last year of our money. Yeah,
Right.
That's how they bought the home.
And then here we are now. The interest rates have gone up. They were part of the inflation cause,
Yeah.
because we poured in so much money into the banking industry.
Which had to get paid back somehow.
Yeah, and now we've started to curtail the inflation and get it down. And I personally, people can moan about things are expensive over here, but they're not as expensive as they are in Europe.
No.
We're actually got a very strong economy over here. I mean, I think we're doing pretty well.
We have a lot of job markets. You have
We-
energy, medical.
We do. Them are the three biggest in Houston. Is tech, gas and oil, and medical.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Houston is so strong. And basically now it's a ticking time bomb for some of these corporate investors,
Which makes sense why they're trying to sell out everything.
and they're trying to get out. The longer it goes on, the more it's costing them.
Well, yeah, it's not going to go up anymore.
And another thing is, I think to myself, a single investor takes a little bit more time, in my opinion, doing due diligence.
100%.
And they understand the market better.
Yeah, because they're using this.
They understand what they're getting into. It's more cost effective for them to manage the property.
100%.
I can't tell you how many people have come to us the last 3 years. They got into it, they had the cash, they're gas and oil people, they came in, they bought properties, had problems with the management of the property because they thought it was that easy. We just buy the property, we collect the rent at the end of the month. So then that was some new clients that we had. We managed the properties. Then they start to see, income coming in with an investment property. What normally happens is, the first couple of years you don't make a lot of money.
Yeah.
But the longer it goes on, the better it gets.
Well, I think you also learn how much you can rent it out for.
Right.
Keep going up a little bit each time.
You know.
Because you're right. After the maintenance fee, we're making no money.
Right.
We're just getting our rent paid. It's really reality.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if it goes not rented for 3-4 months, then I'm out of that money. So the
Right.
idea is to have out of a 12-month lease, I can stack up in a 3-month savings just in case where they got to leave, or I can fix it and do it again.
Did you ever take out non-renters insurance?
Mm-mm.
No. I'd take that out on some of my properties.
I mean, honestly, I should have.
It's about $700 a year on. That's what it is.
I was figuring.
So,
it'd be something
so
like
the
flood
idea
insurance
is
or
that if it
whatever.
goes more than 2 months or 3 months unrented, then I think that's what I pay on one of my properties anyway, $732.
Yeah, I mean, I should have, for at least the ones that I had, the duplex I have of Fried Morton, which I didn't think it would ever have an issue of renting. It was right across the pool. The bus stop was right there in the corner, but that area just kind of got really bad in like 5 years.
Yeah, that's
like North Katy, like it's really rough now. Like it's ghetto.
Really?
Yeah, it's ghetto.
We talk about that all the time because for some strange reason it's like, you know, we had a really
West
bad
side of 10,
population.
right side.
Oh, one.
Yeah,
I mean,
Third Ward. I feel like everybody from Third Ward
Or
is now
A-Leaf.
plunging
A-Leaf
over here.
is
Yeah,
moving to Katy.
they're all just spreading out because, like I said, when I first moved here, I didn't really see any like homeless people or anything like that near my neighborhood, and now, you know, you walk across the street and there's just people, they hang out. I mean, there's a pawn shop right there, which is fine, but now people just hang out in front of the pawn shop and in front of, you know, the food places, and they're just
chilling.
Yeah, they're not doing anything, and I'm like
I still think that McDonald's right here, what is that, Fountain View and
Uh-huh.
that's like the best McDonald's you can ever go to. Like the drive-through is so fast and everything, like, but there's literally 100 bums in front of that McDonald's at all times.
so
Like,
weird. And I'm like,
like
what's
as you're in
happening?
line waiting for your big fry, they come up like, "Hey, can I get $1? Hey, can I get a soda pop?" Like,
I'm glad I don't eat McDonald's.
oh, I love their spicy chicken sandwich, no mayonnaise.
I like filet-o-fishes, and everyone makes fun of me.
That is weird. Do you like Long John Silver's too?
No, I hate Long John
What?
Silver's.
Get away from me on that one.
But,
Long John is good.
Is there any Long John Silvers left?
There's like one or two that I know of.
They merge with A&W's.
Yeah, it's a gas station thing. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Their fish. Remember we talked about that place you told me in Katy? They are really good fish.
The
fish and
chipper.
chips. Yeah, that was
Uh-huh.
really good. Their fish and chips is pretty good.
I know I've been there a couple of times actually
There's-
since you said the
Their
chipper.
tartar sauce sucks though. Other than that,
We don't have tartar sauce with.
It does.
I took you there, didn't I?
Yeah, we went like
Before Christmas.
Yeah, a little bit before.
It's
Christmas.
good, but like the
I
tartar
took
sauce.
one of my clients and a very good friend of mine who I knew from skating, and we all went there and we went to the chipper.
It was good. The tartar sauce was. I was like, all right, give me
But-
some hot sauce and some ketchup then.
He gave me the mushed peas.
Mushy
and
peas.
The curry sauce. It sounds disgusting.
It's not
but
bad.
When you put
It
it
looks
on
like
the fish,
throw up.
like,
It's not bad.
But
yeah.
but your what mother was Indian,
Yeah.
and you said he wasn't really. He
It's
wasn't curry.
gravy.
It was
it's
curry
And
gravy.
they put masala seasoning in it. That's what it tastes
Yeah.
like.
That's a bootleg curry.
Yeah, it's not real curry. I was like,
What color was it? Yellow, orange, brown?
No, it was brown.
Yeah,
It was brown.
But I was like,
But in England, that's what we have at night time after the pub. It's straight round, and we just get fries and with curry sauce on the top. There's no
You
chicken
dunk
in
it,
it.
or you put it on the top?
No, just put it on the top
Yeah.
and eat it, and it's on a tray, and it's just a plastic fork.
I have a question. So, maybe every 2 weeks or so, I get a little thing coming into the mail slot about people wanting to purchase, like corporations wanting to purchase homes, right?
Like we buy homes?
Mm-hmm.
I had a franchise for it. It was pretty good.
Yeah, and they asked Steven, like, I want to purchase this home that you guys have for rent, and things like that. So
Yeah. You get it all the time
now
now.
kind of seeing how they're all selling, do you think that this is going to slow down? Like, how do you think that
You're
this
gonna
is
get
gonna
more
affect
letters in the mail.
us?
In my opinion, yeah.
No.
Yeah, you're gonna get more letters. in the
Well,
mail.
what I think what happens is, but people have to understand when people say we will buy your home, what they're actually doing is they're offering you a price at the top, and then they're reducing what the repairs are going to be.
Yeah, so we'll go in at 75% ARV, like the main value. Say you sell for 100,000, we'll go in at 75,000 right away, off the start, and then we'll minus all the repairs.
Okay.
And as
So
you- and as-
people get less money for the property
Yeah.
by selling it. But it's
To the-
yeah, and one of the things I want to say about that is, and this is where I had a call the other week, and I'm looking at listing this lady's house because she had a wholesaler looking to buy the house for 172. You get some people that'll say, "I'll give you 172 for the for the house or whatever it's worth," and they do a subject to, and then they sell it to somebody else.
I assign it to, yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably about
Yeah,
80%
and they
of the
make-
homes I buy. I
and
assign
they
to other people.
might make $10,000
Yeah.
just to find another buyer that'll buy it for 182.
So all I had to do is bring my folders every Friday to that Bank of China right there, and they'd give me 10 grand per vanilla folder. They didn't even care what was in it. As long as the property I had assigned to, and I could put their name on the contract, always closed. So I did, like, let's say I bought 500 homes in 3 years. I bet you I had only repaired maybe 20 or 40, maybe, at max.
Oh, wow.
I assigned most of them because I was like, why would I do all the headache when I have 4 or 5 homes I bought in the last 2 weeks? I can just go make 50 grand and then be on my day, and then that's 50 grand. So when you have the We Buy the Homes franchise, pay like 35, 40 grand to get the franchise. But really what you're doing is you're getting the opportunity to buy the marketing leads. So you have to pay like between, I think the minimum is like $2,500.
Yeah, but the probably it's the franchise fees. The
franchise fees already paid. That's all there. All they're getting their money for each month is how much marketing you're paying. So think of the numbers of all these people looking at the signs, calling in.
That's not all the franchisees have to do. It depends on what level you buy into. Because
I was in, all I did was a front up button. That was it.
No, you don't. You don't have to do that. There's franchise fees you have to pay now on every single house that you have.
So we
we had two people that was in the ugly
19.
houses, and they came out of it because of the franchise fees. And if you're not one of the big guys,
you're screwed.
Right, putting in the marketing fee.
Yeah,
you're not getting the leads.
You're not.
There was one guy in Houston that was putting in over 100,000 a month.
No, the max is 15,000.
No, that's not on the one group that's in Houston.
No, there's only one number for the Houston area, general population, right? And it goes all the way out to like Cute, Texas, all the way out to like Wharton. But the guy that I know, his office is right down the street from here on the right hand side. Right.
No, well, that's not the guy I know.
Well, then I've never seen a guy.
We'll talk about it off
there. Yeah, that's fine. I've never seen 100 grand.
Yeah,
you can see it.
He was. There's some months he put in over 100 grand. There was one month he put in 61. I'll tell you who it was.
Okay, that's fine.
Off air. So I don't want to mention no names.
I bet I know his name. But yeah, some of those guys like they have where they're not even going out to buy the homes anymore. They have buyers. And they're assigning them, and all he does is answer the phone when it rings.
So.
Yeah, they'll go.
I don't think that's the way to sell a house. I really don't.
Well,
Because I think the sellers, I think it's a misleading way to sell a house.
I was going to say, so one of the...
Yeah, that's fair.
I think it's a misleading way to sell a house. And here's the thing, as a real estate agent, I can't sell a house that way.
I can't have a license doing you.
All right?
Yeah, I can't do it.
I have to give somebody a comparative market analysis of what that house is worth.
Yep, 100%. Because the way the negotiation strategy works, you wouldn't be able to keep a license. That's just being honest. That's just truly being honest now. Like, I've been at some tables where they're crying, and I'm like, sorry. They're like,
we've had people that have turned around, they've signed a contract subject to, and they've called us up, and they said, what's the house worth? And I tell them what I think the house is worth, even its current condition. And they can't believe that they signed it. Well, how do I get out of this contract? I said.
Well, the date is a date.
You can't. It's as simple as that.
I wish we would have told you to read everything, but we did. We did.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So when I was looking at the reviews that, for the company that this guy was talking about online, because they do have an office in Houston. And they said, a couple of the reviews say, like, this is a real headache if you're a realtor or a buyer working with this company. So I think
I know which companies you're talking about.
Yeah.
Does it begin with an O?
No.
We buy any homes is usually not that.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think that exactly what you guys are saying, like, you can't sell a house like that because it kind of gets under people's skin and it.
Well, and the thing is, a lot of these companies that do this, that are linked to purchasing homes like that, they have their own addendums, which releases them of any future liability.
100%.
So, basically, buyer beware. You're signing your rights away as a buyer.
Yeah, so it's better maybe to. So, would you recommend yourself as a broker to just for them to work with a realtor rather than selling it?
Yeah, because we have the access.
I would say always call a realtor before you call me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Just to be honest.
To be honest to people, because the truth of the matter is, the lady that called me was 80 years old.
Oh yeah, so.
And she wants to go lease a condo. All right. She said that this guy was willing to give her $170,000 for the house, and when we looked it up, it was probably worth $250,000, $260,000.
Minus repairs.
What's that?
Minus repairs.
Yeah, yeah.
I would say.
And she told me what she's had some updates done. I don't really know what condition it's in because I haven't made an appointment to go see the house. But you know, they offered 172. So obviously they had a look at the property to see what it
80,000.
needs doing.
Yeah, it's probably 40,000 repairs and then 25% duck or 20% duck.
So basically, you know, and they came with the story. Oh, well, you know, we're going to move in and we're going to, you know, for me and my family. And I'm like, yeah, well, I don't think that's really going to be the case.
No way. If anyone's going to do it, I would definitely contact a mortgage professional like myself to look at a reverse mortgage before you actually get rid of your real estate.
Yeah. Well, well, we talked about it maybe 2 months ago, right? You know, an 80-year-old woman, but they kind of target older people too.
They do.
Generally.
I get a lot of when the mom and dad have died, like the children live somewhere else and they don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say probably about
I've done that a couple of
25
times.
or 30% of my buys were that.
So I think they.
They live out of state and it's just a problem for them.
Yeah, like I don't want to pay to fly. I don't want to pay to do all that. I got to stay there. Like
I don't want to pay the HOA fee.
I don't want to. You HOA fee right now. I swear. Is it January? It's got to be January.
The HOA fees.
The
for
HOAs
condos
have
that
gone
I
through the
live in,
roof,
it's
though.
Very expensive.
One of the condos I own, they put the monthly fee up by 15%, plus
What was the reason behind it?
plus they've put up my condo. It's a 1-bedroom condo. They've done a special assessment of $6,000 for the year. My HOA fees have gone up 70% to the previous year because they've
I saw this on insurance and HOA on
insurance,
Facebook.
Insurance, yeah, and basically what's happened is, you know, the high rise that collapsed in Florida.
The one that was like mid last year.
Yeah.
The one that they
ever
gave
since that, he's put everybody on, you know, high alert.
Well, I would be too.
Yeah. Because there were so many lawsuits that came in from that, you know. And also, what's made it even harder, there's some insurance companies that have pulled out of the insurance market in Texas
On condos or all together?
altogether.
Who do you have for insurance? I like Farm Bureau or Goosehead, which usually goes to Farm Bureau for cheaper
I
assets.
actually like Wellington.
Wellington.
Yeah. Wellington, I got some good rates. I've actually just redone an insurance for one of the properties that I've got.
Can you send me your contact there, please?
Sure. And basically, I just saved on my insurance on one of my properties. It's come down about $500 over the year, and that's with
It's $60 a month.
yeah.
That's perfect. Or
So-
$40 a month.
Yeah. So it's come down a little bit, and that gives me $40 more to put into paying off the principal. Because
Keep your payment the same.
I don't look to
Lower.
no. I just want
Pay off
to pay off
sooner.
the principal, so it's gradually
sense.
it's comes in. So is that it, Kay?
We have the mortgage demand.
Oh, something I can actually be an expert on.
Yeah.
There we go. Finally.
That's what I-
So give us your feeling on that, because I've got my feelings
I
on
think
it.
we're going to be flat rated until the third quarter.
So
Third quarter might
basically,
see a
what
dip.
we're talking about is mortgage demand plummets again, despite the drop in interest rates. The thing that I want to say is, traditionally, mortgage applications, and that's basically what it is. That when they talk about mortgage demand, is how many applications. But in December, not too many people want to take the time or the trouble to fill in an application because of Christmas and Thanksgiving and everything else.
Yeah, I would say after after Thanksgiving, the next 60 days, you just need to just accept the fact that your mortgage application rate will be 50% lower.
Right.
And then once everyone starts getting their W-2s and getting that excitement about having that government savings account they're going to get back, they start looking to spend and buy a new home.
Yeah.
So that's been the circle like that for, I don't know, 20 years. I've been in this
Absolutely.
business almost 20 years.
It happens every year. It's the same.
Yeah.
November and December can be, you know.
It is interesting this year with the election. I don't know what. If I had to play it, if the Democrats want to stay in power, they're going to have to show some really good numbers the third quarter before the election starts.
Yeah. And they're saying that they're reckoning there's going to be 3 cuts in the mortgage rate. That's what's anticipated at the moment.
That's what they're saying. With the Fed's not lowering it again until 4. They're not going to do anything. But what I'm saying is I feel like the banks or whoever is controlling that actual, right?
Mm-hmm.
For them to look good, kind of keep it flatline where it is now, and then spoof it up right around July, August.
Mm-hmm.
And then July and August numbers will start showing in September and October to where that looks good for November. Right?
Yeah.
But again, I mean, is Biden going to run again or?
Believe so.
Yeah?
Believe so.
I mean, how old is he? 80 something?
He's 82.
82?
82. You know.
Well, he's already the oldest president, right?
I don't really know. Oh, yeah, okay, you would know. Is he the oldest president that we've ever had, Biden?
I think so.
Have you seen the?
Trump is 3?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Biden.
Have you seen this? Have you seen the hashtag Smelly Trump?
Smelly Trump? Does he stink?
Yeah, apparently because he wears a diaper.
Like it depends?
What?
Like it depends?
Yeah, apparently. Put hashtag Smelly Trump and see what comes up. You haven't.
Do you think Mark Cuban might come into the race?
I'd like him to.
I mean, he sold everything pretty much. He got out of Shark Tank. He sold his share of Red Cross, Dallas Mavericks, not complete controller anymore. The two people he sold, Red Cross and the Dallas Mavericks, are the two largest Republican donators.
That would be interesting.
Well, I mean, I think so, right? Like, okay, let's see here. Who is the oldest president? Like, everyone is usually in their 50s or 60s. Joe Biden's 78. He is the oldest by far. Trump was 8 years younger.
Trump is 77, isn't he?
Trump is 70 when he started, so he's 76, 77. So Joe
Trump's
Biden,
77 now.
he was born 46. So 54 plus 24 is, 78.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah,
That's what I looked at. I looked at it the other day.
And then
Trump,
Biden is 4 years older.
I mean, people say, that he's older. Well, he is, but I mean, does 4 years make that much difference?
If I saw Trump walking into a room and I saw Biden walk into a room, I would think Trump's younger, a lot younger.
But you see, but some of the stuff that he says and the way he pronounces stuff, and he forgets stuff.
Biden or Trump?
Trump.
Both.
Trump's made.
President at their age.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Mark Cuban would be a really good candidate for me. Like,
Trump has made comments about Obama as being the last president.
Maybe.
He
I
has.
wouldn't doubt it.
He probably
Yes.
doesn't recognize.
I feel
Biden
like they're
as a
both
president.
retarded.
You know,
whatever it is, but like they're not very.
I think neither one of them.
Well-rounded.
That's how, yeah.
Not the sharpest knife. And
There's something
brightest
about
color
that.
in the crayon box. What else is there? But
I just think Biden stands for more and he's a bit more principled.
I have to disagree with that.
I do. So you agree with?
No, I think they both suck.
So you agree with Trump saying that Mark Milley should be assassinated or killed?
No, I didn't say that I dislike Biden and I like Trump. That's not what I said at all. I think they both suck. But I think Biden sucks a little more.
But that's not going to move the country ahead.
I don't
decision.
think I think
you've
we
got
need to get some fresh blood in there.
Oh, and I agree with that.
Like I said, would it
agree
be
with
cool
that.
if Mark Cuban, when he sold all that stuff, if that was a plan to get into the race?
Absolutely.
And if you Google Mark Cuban presidential, it's all over Google about them talking about it.
It is?
Yeah, he's already made announcements that he doesn't plan on doing it yet. But, I mean, why else would you sell the Mavs?
Oh, I didn't even know that he sold.
Guess they
Who did he
didn't.
sell it to?
For one of the largest donators of the Republican Party. And he sold it for 4 point something with a B.
That is crazy.
Which, if you do the math of what he sold, that would make the Dallas Mavericks one of the most expensive franchises in sports altogether. Because that means it's almost $9.6 billion worth. I don't think even the Yankees are worth that.
I think he's done a lot for their marketing scheme, just because
It's him.
people
Yeah,
love
just
Mark
him.
Cuban.
Yeah.
But smart owners know when to get into a business and they know when to get out of the business.
When they have another opportunity, is what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. So then we were announced, this was like maybe about a month ago they announced it, and all my friends were talking, and it's a good group of guys that were all pretty successful financially, right? And they're all talking like, man, that's crazy. And I go, well, why'd he sell?
Yeah.
Like, What? Why? There's got to be a reason. Like, but he's still a consultant. He's still getting paid a good amount, and he can still do all the
so
games.
he's still with them.
But he sold majority rights to those people who own that largest donation company or whatever. And then Shark Tank, he got out. The last show was the first Tuesday of December, and then he sold his shares of Red Cross. So he's pretty much gotten out of the 3 major market players that made him all. I mean, besides that one initial tech company, but
Anyway, so is that it, Kay?
We are all done.
We're
This
all
was
done for
good
this week.
show.
So we will see you next week for the Texas Real Estate Show. Please like, subscribe, and share. How do we get hold of you, Chase?
you can call me, email me, 832-630-7467 or chase@lspmortgage.com. If you're looking to get into the mortgage field or have some questions, give me a call.
And if you'd like to get hold of me, you can contact me obviously through Google at Century 21 Olympian. Or what you can do is contact us through social media at C21OlympianTX. C21 Olympian TX. So on same time, same channel next week. We look forward to seeing you. Ta-ra for now. Peace, health, and happiness to everybody.